Alright, so today in the mail we got our pump to get the old fuel out of the fuel tank and the water separator filter. So, exciting stuff. I'm gonna get this filter off and get it installed. See if we can't pump all this old gas out of this tank. Hopefully there's not too much in there, but I guess we'll see. So, the fun begins. That wasn't too bad. Dang, I shouldn't took it off yet again. I think it's loose. There we go. Fuel in the bilge, that's gonna suck. Oh. So what we're going to do now is take one of those lines off and run that hose down in there. Alright, so today, a bit of an interesting day. Today we find out where we're at with this motor. We got the compression tester in the mail, so we are going to figure out where we're at here. Whether we get to just go ahead and pull this thing out or if it's worth trying to save. So should be interesting. Figure out what socket we need. Let's see what we got here. I'm not sure what this one is on. So it's not 5/8. It is 5/8. Is my spark plug a different size? Oh, you dummy. I'm a genius. It is 5/8. It was the rubber that was holding it from going off. That was it. That's tight. Oh, it wasn't too bad. So that's our first plug. It's a little black. Really not too bad. A little black, but not too bad. pulled the coil. So that she can't try to start on us. I guess it's threaded. I honestly don't like the way it feels. But we'll see what happens. So basically the first try, I tried it with just the regular end, which I thought would be the right one, but it really doesn't thread on as much, and I think I was getting blow by. So I screwed the adapter in. Now what I'm going to do is screw this into the adapter and run it again. $125. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Alright, well, 1, 3, 5. We got the number 5, and the plug, it's a little wet. I've already done 1 and 3, and they're both 125, 126. I think there might be some oil. This may be our bad one. We shall see. It's not easy getting down up in here, I'll tell you that. Could be a lot worse. I've been in worse positions. I worked refitting an 85 PT boat. 85 foot PT boat that turned into a pleasure craft. Doing the fuel lines and stuff, man, I was in some tight places. It was literally that high on top of the tanks, and I had to crawl up there and redo all the fittings. And crawl down in the bilges. I spent a lot of time in the bilges cutting the limber holes because the guys forgot to do it when they replanked and redid the stringers. But yeah, I was down there one day, and I guess somebody didn't know I was there, and hit something, and the hatch above my head fell, and the hatch was probably 40 pounds. It knocked me out in that bilge for about, I was down there probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. I finally woke back up. Yeah, that could have been bad. I guess at the end of the shift they'd look for me, but then again, I used to work at nights because the bilge in Florida summer, down in that bilge was 140 degrees. So I would work late at night. Kind of nice today. The sucky thing is today it's 70 degrees. Tomorrow morning's 36. That's part of the reason I didn't want to run any water through here. So we're on cylinder 5, the one that looks wet. Alright, so the good news is we know what's wrong with the motor. Bad news is that right there is the end. No need to go any further. It's a bad motor. I did a compression test. I started on 1 and went to 3, and they were 125. That was excellent. It was looking kind of promising for a minute there. And then number 5, when I pulled the plug, there was oil on the plug, which pretty much told me that was going to be our problem. And sure enough, when I tested it, it's only running about 40 pounds, which means it's no compression. So we're going to have to pull this motor. I was kind of hoping, I don't know, it was up in the air. I was kind of hoping, well, maybe it was just that switch, which I tested and it wasn't acting right at the time, but I thought, well, maybe that's just it and we can use it for a little bit. But the whole point of buying it was to replace the motor. So in a way, it's kind of a good thing that I know, okay, the motor is bad. Let's get it out of here. I can get a remanufactured motor. I can reuse a lot of these parts and I'll know what I have. There's not going to be any question of, is it going to go? The longer the motor goes, the higher the percentage is that something is going to go wrong. But if we get a new remanufactured motor, we put it in here, take care of it, we know it's going to last us a long time. And our biggest, most expensive part isn't going to be an issue for us. So, still going to kill us with little things here and there, but we'll know that the motor's good. The problem I have is trying to figure out how to actually get the motor in here. This boat on this trailer is about 9 foot or so. I have to measure it out, but we're about 9 foot in the air, so the motor's got to come all the way up and then out. There's 2 options. There's either get a crane or build a frame to do it. Either way, I'm not going to be able to actually do the lift right here where it sits because you just can't get in here because of the trees. So what I'm going to do is strip this motor down. I'm going to take a bunch of pictures so I know exactly how everything went. I do have the manuals, but a picture just helps. We'll take the pictures, get it all stripped down, and then worry about getting it out. But for now, that's where we're at. At least we know what the problem is, and we know what we got to do. But it's good and bad. So the rebuild videos will come. Thanks for watching.